Topper on it by making the interception, his second of the year.
When I asked Vic Fangio yesterday about guys that have been playing well, there's Poole there covering on number 82 Jet. He's kind of doesn't have to worry about too much cushion there in the end zone. Good coverage. Heck of a catch. Really good coverage. Vic Fangio, the defensive coordinator, I says, who are some of the guys that have been playing well for you? He says, he mentioned Tyrone Poole. He mentioned 3 or 4 guys. He mentioned Tyrone Poole. He said Tyrone Poole had his best game of the season last week and one of his better games since he's been with the club. He made a heck of an interception right there. This guy's playing with more confidence all the time.
He is. Ty Poole, a good player from Fort Valley State. Now in his 3rd year. Ready to run the ball are the Panthers, looking to run the clock as they give it straight ahead. And we look at the ticker. Buffalo continuing to lead the Dolphins as Marino went out of that game with an ankle injury. And the Jets closing in on their 6th win of the year, leading Baltimore by 7 with less than 2 to play. So the Carolina Panthers have their A game together, and they'll have to have it when they go on the road the next 2 weeks to play at Denver, then at San Francisco. Could be going to OT. In that San Diego 24-point performance, they're still down to Cincinnati. Eric Metcalf has returned 2 punts for touchdowns, 85 and 67 yards.
Well, at least one thing about the Panthers, they're going to go into that Denver game and that the next week with a lot of confidence with their very impressive performance today, both offensively and defensively, and in the kicking game. And there's one of their defensive players right there, Tyrone Poole, who made that great interception just a minute ago.
They say, Jim, the one way to beat the Denver Broncos is to run the ball on. They've not had a good run defense this year. And as Kerry Collins told us yesterday, one good aspect of this team, the Carolina team now, he feels, was the way they're springing their running backs into the secondary. They're getting them by that initial wave of defensive linemen.
I think this is the best offensive line they've had in the 3 years that they've been in existence. I think they're playing very well right now.
They played well all day. Very solid blocking, picking up blitzes. Here's the handoff. Textbook open field tackles.
He doesn't know when he's down, does he?
Now the Raiders are starting up, but Delvin Branch made that hard hit. And Chester McLaughlin teeing it up with Campbell and
look who's in the middle down there, Kerry Collins.
Garcia,
quarterback.
So the Raiders venting their frustration, and it's got to be a very frustrating day for them, down 38-14 on a day they really thought they could win and knew they had to win as they came into the opening 9th game, the start of the second half of the season. 2 games under 500 in the last place in their division. Fred Lane just doesn't stop running.
He might not even been down there. You know, it didn't look like his knee hit the ground on that first tackle. He probably didn't feel like he was down, that his knee had hit the ground so he could keep going. These Raiders are just well, Garcia, number 65, the center for the Panther. He's right in the middle of that fracas down there. He's a fiery guy. He's an emotional, excitable guy, tough guy.
We have multiple personal fouls. Number 91 and number 67 on the defense, throwing punches. Both players have been ejected. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Oh, McLaughlin goes up and he takes a swing, and he's going to get a huge fine. Gene Washington will be checking this out at the NFL league office, but McLaughlin looked up to him like he's going to shake his hand, then he threw a punch at him.
That's not good. You know,
well, first of all, it's not good. Great wisdom to be firing a fist into a steel face mask.
Yeah, and it just shows a lack of class.
The more upset Raiders, Russell Maryland, who's usually a model of deportment, he's very upset.
I think probably McLaughlin, too. The fact that his family's here, that his hometown's about 2.5-hour drive, probably makes him even more frustrated. But you just can't you've got to stay disciplined. You can't let your emotions get carried away like that. You can't do things that can hurt people.
There's another personal foul, number 91, unnecessary roughness and unsportsmanlike conduct. Another 15-yard penalty, first down.
That might be the first time that a guy committed a foul after he's been kicked out of a game.
He was officially out of the game, and he was assessed a 15-yard personal foul penalty.
You know, the bad thing about this too is it doesn't. I mean, it looks terrible for Chester McLaughlin. You know, and everybody sees this, and it just puts him in a real bad light. It's just not good. It's not good for football to do something like that.
Well, with 2:36 to go, it's pretty much of a gimme for the Carolina Panthers. It's just within the leather.